greetings. Alright, thank you for joining us. Brought to you by Fifth Dimension. I'm assuming this stream is working alright. It's hard to say because YouTube is we're not receiving video data at a fast rate, so oh well. But over here it's fine. So maybe it's because of subject matter. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe I should not do this live, but we're here. Let's go for it. Alright. Thank you for joining us. This is the channel for those that are ready for unusual information. Not here to be babysat or anything like that, like others do. Not here to babysit you. It's not spiritual babysitting. This is this is basically the place to come to for the real deal. Of course, many are having difficulties with that. It's like, oh, but I know more than you. Oh, but I know more than you. I know more than you. Oh, the cesspool of the spiritual development. But it's unfortunate because they come up with all these fancy terms and go nowhere in their spiritual development. So it's fine. They have all these fancy definitions of whatever the hell it is, the mirror dimension or mirror whatever it is. It's like, what is this shit? Oh well, you gotta do what you gotta do to go into the direction. This is not exactly the most popular information. For now, until some of us are long gone, but you never know. Tonight's subject. What I got about the fires, of course, it's horrific. Of course, for the rich people, well, whatever. But for those that aren't rich, of course, there's a lot of rich people. I think a whole town got wiped out. Was it Paradise? God, jeez. I guess Paradise is no longer a paradise anymore. What I've received is like there's satellite lasers that you can't see. So there is planes. People have said they've seen planes and shoot a laser and there's a fire started. But what I get is something different. I see satellites. I see them doing lasers. I even see them controlling the weather somehow. You know, through the winds, through satellite technology. I don't know how they do that. They might have other, like the satellites send out a message and do something else activate, something like that. Of course, good luck on proving all of this, but at least that's what I receive on it. So you can call it a conspiracy theory or whatever you want to call it. I'm just pulling it out of my ass, but I don't think so. Yeah, it feels like what I receive is satellite technology that's being used. They use to evaluate the Earth. It's kind of like what they showed Google. The Google shows all these search results. They have like a globe they show. And what I see is the elites have a globe that they look at and how they're doing things. Of course, there's different levels of the elites, but those are here to sabotage the Earth and keep us shut down are actually lower in the Illuminati scale than those that are higher. They're kind of lower. See, when you connect to this stuff, might be a little bit heavy for some people that want to hear this shit, but it's like, yes, you are living in a movie, and the idea is to remove the movie so we can know what's going on here. I mean, fully know it. So remove the charade called modern life. Getting up and going to work every day, stop and repeat over and over and over and over. Of course, it's going to take a while to remove that. But over time, it starts to heal it as we better know ourselves. I'm not sure how it's going to work. It basically slowly digestion of all this, but there will be times when it starts to speed up. When we know what's happening here, most of the population will laugh and stay, a slave, basically, part of slave world community. There's a big population there, so you won't be alone. But those that want to kind of scoot out of that loveliness, then you get in kind of the land of the insane. And land of the insane, yes, there are elites, low-level elites. I want to basically, they see a fire, like what's going to come, they love every minute of it. They see death, they love every minute of it. They get high off of that stuff. Human trafficking and all that, they want people. And that's the thing about spiritual healing, as it is good, yes, but also there's a level of it where your spiritual work will start to affect this reality. Right now, men are still trying to figure themselves out. But I just affect this reality where, like, or humanity, always help humanity sort of know what's going on more and start to slow down human trafficking and stuff like that. We can do it ourselves, just by vibration. Allow secrets to be revealed, and it hasn't happened yet. Well, it has, but it hasn't happened on a global scale yet. Basically, we can have more control over this earth, basically. But many feel like they don't have any control. It's all a bunch of howdy-doody, so they stay as a zombie instead. It's easier. It's part of the test, part of school. It's very frustrating, but that's why we're here. That's why we incarnate in this world, because this world's a pain in the ass. Wonder why you're here? Is because, you basically just connect to who you are, doing your alien coming out. If you're a Zeta or a Pleiadian or whatever it is, an angel, whoever you are, the idea is to embrace that and, screw what other people think, because what they think is just being a slave is A-okay. We see that. They call it normal, and remember your part. If you look at your life, it's like, wait a minute, I'm a zombie here, aren't I? I'm a slave here, aren't I? But there's ways of releasing that. It's not easy, but it does take time. Some don't want to lose their families. They're not going to lose your family. But you're definitely going to start looking at things differently. And you're basically really thinking outside the box of this reality and shaking it up and releasing it from the third dimension. Yeah. So, as for my incarnation here, yes, I'm an alien coming out, basically. I do channel other beings, but I'm mostly usually still channeling myself, usually. And so you can say, here's an alien encounter right here. And those out there are doing the same. So it's like, we are aliens, we are sharing our experiences, knowledge, and this world doesn't know what the hell it's talking about when it says it's not real, because this world's in a zombie state and apparently enjoys it. I don't know if it enjoys it, but the alien coming out is like, you know what, screw you humans. It's like, you guys don't know what the hell you're talking about, because you guys are in this zombie state of thinking. Look at TMZ, thinking stalking people to make money from it. They make millions of dollars stalking celebrities, part of the Illuminati energies. It's like, the idea is to break out of all this brainwashing, and people are going to start. It's like, this is what I am. If you don't like it, screw you, basically. So it's like, your modern human, as wonderful as it is going to eventually fade out. That is old-fashioned. Now, there are those that are doing, those in the spiritual communities that are doing channelings and, teaching, doing the best they can for those that are really having difficulty still adjusting to all of this. But this is like, you come here, this is like advanced teaching for the complete and utter insane, basically. It's like you're ready for the real deal, and the idea is to truly cause a difference here, to move us into a higher dimension. That's what I'm here to do, and others out there to do it too. Of course, it's a small number, of course. Well, eventually it'll catch on. It's just frustrating, because a lot of us would like things to get going. Quite understand that. That would be nice, because this is getting old. This is like, I feel a change, but I don't know what the hell is. I don't know anything. So the guides are kind of helpful, but mostly they're phoning it in, or maybe not. I don't know. They're not. I don't know. Either way, the idea is, as us, it's like, it's like the third dimension is like changing clothes into a new attire of thinking and seeing things. Basically, embracing the alien and yourself will help you see more of everything here. So, that's the end game. Basically, it's like it's self-activation. That's what this is all about, right? How many are really ready for that? A good amount. So small, but a good amount. And the number is going to increase. So like I said, other spiritual teachers I don't always agree with, but whatever. Even the cults that are out there, I don't agree with that either, but it's like everything has a positive side to it. And sometimes you have to connect to corruption to find the light. That's the way it goes. I connected to corruption to find the light. Some people might say I'm not finding the light, but when you're connected to this, when you see things here, it's like, oh, the light is very dim on this world. It's I don't know. Look at homelessness. You look at all this disease and all this. Yeah, it's a battle. We are under attack, basically. Yes, but not to look at it that way. But we are under attack, definitely, every day, every moment. But not to focus on that. Sometimes you have no choice. But the idea is not to focus on that. The idea is to focus on the alien you activating yourself, going to a higher dimensional thinking pattern, not to release the third dimension for other. I mean, basically, you are just following your own dimensional path, and others obviously in the third dimension need to experience the war world. But it doesn't mean. But as you activate and become bizarre and strange, others will connect to your vibration and eventually adapt to it, depending on where they are. Depending if they want to let go of this ride. Most aren't willing to, but basically connecting to the alien inside of you, basically. You are alien, you are human, you're connected to all these different species to help you get this human reactivated back to an Atlantean, Lemurian, however you want to call it, spiritual awareness, Hathorian, whatever it might be. That is what this is all about. Wonder what your path is? That's part of it. Doesn't mean it's all of it. So it's like you say, I'm a galactic alien. I'm connecting more to my alien friends, and now I can be able to see more of these beings when the time is right. It's like it's time to open the eye, and that is how many are really. I mean, on a massive scale, how many are really ready for that? Not many. But once again, there is still a good amount. Yes, it's still a handful compared to the rest of the world's population, but there's going to be ups and downs, of course. Nobody's perfect, but that's the idea. It's just you're here to share your awareness to others. There is no fear here. There is strangeness, yes, but eventually you're going to adapt to it where it becomes normal. So just saying yourself that, telling others that you're a galactic human, or embracing that side of yourself, right there is like freaking, was a mind fuck basically. But that's, you gotta be you basically. It doesn't mean you have to share it with everybody just yet, because some people are really not. People are terrified of it. People are just scared of it. I mean, even when I was little, I always connected to this stuff. I always felt like I was an alien. I'm not alone. And that always felt like I always had fun talking about that. Of course, I didn't make it really well known, but I always enjoyed. It always felt good. It's like I'm not part of this world. I'm proud of it. It's like this world's all fucked up. It's like, what's wrong with you people? It's like, I don't know. I don't think this world's better than other worlds. I don't think so. I mean, it's taking all these different species. Basically, it's teaching other species. It's helping them evolve differently. That's why I have so many plugged into all of us, is helping them ascend differently, change their ways, add more emotion to them, whatever it is. There's a lot of other stuff that I haven't mentioned. There's more stuff, but we're just part of the evolution of other species, basically, and ourselves. But we gotta get over ourselves. But we're going through a pity party right now. Humanity is. They don't feel like they're worthy. They'll get over it eventually. Not to say those that are connected more to their alien self is better than anybody. Not at all. It's just it sucks. It's more sucks because you embrace it. It's like, shit, I'm all by myself here, aren't I? Well, not necessarily. Internet-wise, no, but and neighborhood-wise, yes. Family-wise, it'd be institutionalized by people that should institutionalize themselves. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's just programming. It's culture. It's all this stuff. Yada yada yada. They thought it was fancy to shut themselves down, which is great and everything. But look where it's getting. All the suffering here. It's like, come on. The idea is to basically heal the suffering on the planet. That's where this all comes down to. Heal the homelessness, at least the starvation on this planet, attacks on the animals, healing of Mother Earth. You don't always have to get along with each other. But the idea is to heal the madness here. That's really what this is all about. It's like you can still have problems with this person and that person. That's going to be, not everybody's going to get along. Just the way it is. But the idea is for us to heal Earth's problems, but also for us to advance ourselves. Do things that you want to do instead of stuff you don't want to do, which most of us do on a daily basis. Many do. They know what they want, but it's not time for it, which is very frustrating. It's very it's hard because many see the future of humanity connecting more to the alien side, but as more humans here embrace their alien self, it's like, I feel very alien, and maybe I should explore this side of myself. And some take it at a very slow pace. Nothing wrong with that. You won't find that here. But some like the galactic drama and kind of stagnate there. And they think they know everything. Some do, not all. But some feel that way. And one again is baby steps. But the embrace of it, what the end game of all this is? What this is all about? Where we're going is basically to embrace the alien or angel side of yourself, spiritual side of yourself, and not be afraid of criticism. Of course, not everybody's ready to hear this stuff, and you don't want to take them out of their reality just yet. If you bring this stuff up, of course, bring it up if you feel like, of course, but sometimes you gotta be careful, especially in a work environment. It's like, yeah, I heard you've been telling everybody that you're an alien. Yeah. So here's we're about to Baker Act you. So you gotta be careful with that shit, especially if you're in the military. Then you really gotta worry. I mean, they're already going after people about the chemtrails, conspiracy theory stuff in the military, and in the government probably go through that. So imagine high-ranking government, people that are not that high-ranking, they know about all the conspiracy theories. They're looking for lizards everywhere. People turning into lizards, looking for the men in black. I imagine there are people out there looking for that. I imagine people out there get a sense of that's really true. It's hard to say. There's different levels of it. So, especially in the Pentagon, a lot of fear energy there, that's for sure. So all this is for everybody to embrace themselves, basically. Is to break out of the human way of looking at things, because look how well it's going. It's like, how many people are actually enjoying their lives here? It can't be many. I mean, as long as you have a big bank account, but even there is kind of, is that what life's about? It's like, jeez, no. It's about peace, harmony, peace with yourself. Of course, some of us are not dealing with that right now because we're here at the awakening. It's not always going to be easy, part of the awakening portion of this. As for the fires, what's going on with the California fires, definitely there is an elite system here. Yep, shadow elite. And they don't care if you're talking about it, because people can't really find them. Not really. Unless you're in high-ranking government, like part of CIA and FBI stuff. They do see it here and there. They don't even see it. Even levels of the CIA, there's a black side of the CIA, but most don't see that. So when you do see it, it's like, holy shit, something's up. It's like, but they keep themselves pretty hidden for the most part. So why it's not there's theories of it, yeah, but you can connect to the vibrations of it, and it's pretty sinister, basically. And it wants you to not believe, because it keeps itself so hidden that people don't believe it because they want to see it. But obviously, if you want to keep the conspiracy going, you're doing something secret. You don't want everybody seeing what the hell you're doing, obviously. You're talking about satellites with lasers you can't see. You could talk about that all day long. They don't care. Where are you going to prove that? Unless you're involved with it. And there are high-ranking energies definitely involved with it. And then you go to the alien energies. Let's see, there's talk about, the Rothschilds going down. If it does happen, it'll be a couple of years. Maybe some scandals here and there, possibly. Yeah, maybe a couple years, which goes into 2020. So yeah, we are kind of slowly rocking the boat, but not just yet. Things like when are things going to start going? I would like to know. I would like to happen now, like everybody else. This is fun and everything, but yeah, doing the same thing every year kind of sucks. Doing it for 39 years, so going into an awareness, talking about all this stuff does help. But what is actually real change going to start happening? I would like to know that myself. Obviously, humanity's not ready, but there's enough of us that are ready. It's like kind of sick of the whole thing, sick of waiting, sick of the messages talking about change, like the event. Nothing happens, kind of bloated energies, kind of nothing occurs. That doesn't mean the energies aren't flowing. They are. As for physically happening, yeah, it's once again a couple of years, which is kind of. I believe something's going to happen between now and then. Like you said, California is doing well, which really sucks. So, but as for like the idea is to put the idea of ascension more into the into the human psyche is I'm not sure where that's going. You can see I'm working on that behind the scenes. How far I'm getting with that? Not very nowhere. I'm getting nowhere with that. I have the rabbit. That's kind of going somewhere. It's not going anywhere, but it's fun. It's maybe Hillary, time traveling Hillary will get herself, because if she runs again, maybe it'll get some attraction for the rabbit. So I thought about sending that around to a couple of people, see if they get a laugh out of it. I don't know, or just see if anybody catches it. So it's frustrating, but yeah, I would like to see change like anybody else, but. The alien beings that tell you change is coming, but yeah, obviously patience, which makes it very frustrating for some of us who are on kind of like we're here to deliver messages like, okay, here we are, waiting, the big old-fashioned wait. So it's like, I know they say patience, but there's got to be some kind of shift where things start to, where you see the change on its way. Something. At least for life change is really what I'm going at. I'm not talking about aliens so much. I mean, yeah, that'll eventually come in. I want to say like life change, like we really feel like our reality is really shifting, and is it really? I mean, other than California on fire, there's not much really going on physically. I mean, obviously through technology, companies and stuff like that, but nothing really major is really happening. Like with the invention of the iPhone, now everybody stares at their phone, and that's an evolution. I mean, it still is. It still gets you, connecting to. That's a change, though. But the idea is to change ideas in the mind, change our reality, to shift it from one timeline to another. A timeline where we feel like we're actually connecting to the things that you want to experience. It doesn't have to be material, but we change our timeline to more evolved reality. So yeah, embrace the alien in yourself. Now you're having difficulties on that, you wonder why I'm channeling nobody, I'm channeling myself. That channels the alien, that channels, well, anyway. If you want to be entertained, I guess this is the wrong place to come. This is avatar.com. For those that are new to us, I have private sessions throughout the week. If you're interested, for whatever it might be. What is this? How to channel? A Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. Yeah, about 7 days for delivery. I'm trying to speed it up, but that didn't go too well. Same deal here for 7-day delivery. Also have other channels and heroes I do recommend. You have the Social Network. And we have the Jake comic, and it is on Amazon right now, but I haven't really proofed the copy yet. So I got one that was all screwed up, and it should be fine now. So it is technically available there at the moment. Come on, let's get moving. I don't know what we got here. There's a funny scene of it's Bill and Hillary with Jake in the background. She wants to be yeah, she looks really friendly there, doesn't she? She just looks like you're. Yeah. And there's a rabbit on Oprah. So yeah, that's a whole another deal. And another thing. Oh yeah, there's some of those people that ring doorbells. This is a mantis ringing a doorbell. So alien invasion has begun. That is freaking hilarious. And he did it on purpose too. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's this San Francisco. I was told about that. I've seen this, but I didn't really embrace it. But yeah, the pyramids of San Francisco, and there's another building. I believe this is it's the Salesforce's building. So yeah, it has a lot of. I think that's the better shot of it. Yeah, it's a building being built. A lot of Illuminati, Salesforce. I forget what Salesforce does, but it's a big company. So yeah, it's just a Illuminati town basically. Is this in San Francisco too? Union Square? I don't think that's in. Is that in? No, that can't be. Well, maybe it is. Obelisk. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, I guess so. That's in the So that's definitely Illuminati. Illuminati backyard or front yard. Feels like a backyard in some ways. Saks Fifth Avenue. Yeah, it's a definite. Well, that's where Google is, and at least they're in those areas. So yeah, it's definitely Illuminati vibrations there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of mind control going on. Basically, suppress the alien energies that are going on. Alien energies do go into these tech companies all the time. So yeah, we're using alien technology right now. And try telling that to the main population, even those that are kind of skeptical of all of this is unfortunate. But yeah, the whole idea is to embrace the alien of yourself, and more will start to activate over time. It just takes time. It's weird, but yeah, those that have high profession, or grew up in a rich family or something like that, they go to Bashar and other channelers that copy Bashar, and the idea here is to change all that. It's like, what changes come from that? I mean, yeah, the comfort food is fine, but now you kind of go into radicalism of basically the human transforming. Yeah. I mean, it's been kind of in pause for a while. The idea is to transform yourself and be laughed at by the slaves. Let them laugh. Let them laugh. I mean, what they're doing, they're going to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then they got themselves some Valentine's Day, and just going to do it over and over again until they're like 1,000,000 years old. I mean, don't you get tired of all that? I mean, don't you want more in your reality, where you choose the day, you do whatever you want, instead of being told what you should do? I mean, it's nice having the day off, yeah, but isn't it nice to have every day being a day off? You can do whatever you want and create and build your own vibrations and change reality, shift the reality, open up dimensions. That's what this is all about. For most people, that's crazy people talk. This is Illuminati talking conversation, basically, pretty much. I believe I incarnated through an Illuminati timeline to be here. I don't know if I'm one of them. I don't know if I want to know, but I'm part of the positive timeline, to bring in a positive timeline. So I know I was like many of you out there, probably eating bonbons, living the good life, and you look at Earth like, you want me to go where? You want me to incarnate in that? The zombie apocalypse planet? Really? What the fuck? Oh, shit. Great. So, yeah. So here we are, basically. And basically, it's like you get a download of your mission here, more and more as you keep an open mind, and just it's like, who the hell am I? And just allow it to open up more and more and more. There's a lot of Hathors here, basically, obviously. A lot of them are singers, actually. Some of them have manipulated, not all of them. A lot of singers that are in pop music, which is funny. A lot of them are Zetas, which is interesting. Can you imagine a Zeta singing a song? Because they want to be human. They're incarnating here as human. They might be robotic when you talk to them. But when they sing, it's a whole different story. So they're just, yeah, Zetas are very part of our culture for sure. So yeah, they're future. They're different. There's different types of Zetas, but a lot of them are from the future. Yeah, the future that's been imploded and stuff like that. Definitely, and it's warning us not to go in that path, basically. So a lot of us incarnate here to be mocked and ridiculed and laughed by the robot, the zombie apocalypse, or the robots in disguise as humans. I know they're talking about AI. It's like technically the human is a robot. When you really think about it, it's a robot in disguise because you're human, but you act a lot like a robot. When you look at modern society, especially if you have a day job, you're like a robot basically. You don't have to be, but when you think about it, especially when the holidays come, it's Valentine's Day, I better go buy a Valentine. It's Christmas, I better go buy a present, go beat the crap out of somebody at Walmart. It's like, what the fuck is this place? So it's like, yeah, so when you look at that stuff, it's like, and they have difficulties, get scared of letting all this stuff go. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to go tell everybody you're connected to all this stuff, because a lot of people are terrified of this, but, the more that you embrace it, the stronger you will get. It's the alien coming out party, basically. It's going to increase more and more and more, and more the alien beings are going to get stronger with us. The idea is to strengthen ourselves, so we're not afraid of what the world throws at us, basically, because it's all manipulated nonsense anyway. So, I mean, what's going on in California, obviously it's a lot of, not everything's being, surface, but I tell you, definitely the Illuminati energy is the lower vibration. There's panic, there's different reasons for it. They're also getting your attention over there. There's many reasons for it. But their politics, they're kind of pissed off about politics when it comes down to it. They didn't get what they want, so there's retaliation. There's probably other connections there too. There's many different reasons, not just one. But they're super pissed, that's for sure. I think it started up again, some of the fires, but yeah, it's hard to say where it's going to stop and where it's going to go because it's sporadic. So the weather conditions, yeah, the cold. You can say also winter is kind of the same thing. It's kind of like the real cold winter blast is another version of the fires. It's just another version. It's just in cold form. So it's kind of how So give you winter starting early for some people. So yeah, the elites are definitely pissed off. At least the darker ones are. So, but it's also for the light to get stronger. It's like now it's time for us to come on stage and be taken more seriously. It's gonna be laughed at all the time. So modern society is just it's like a kid basically. Unfortunately, it's just at least vibrationally. It's just. It doesn't want to come to realization we can't connect to the universe, but it's having difficulty. It's basically self-activation. Self-activation is very difficult for many to embrace. It's like, what do you think you are? I think you're a Zeta, I think you're Arcturian. Well, most likely you are, and you're going to advance yourself definitely as what you want. It's like, yeah, this is kind of like this area here, well, this channel, my channel, this place, and there's others, but. It's the Wild West, you can say. This is not a comfort zone for others. Not here to kiss your ass. Some like it. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like, I'm not here to kiss your ass either. I'm not here to be rough either, but I can show you that, change is inevitable. Obviously, connected beings, and it feels like they're going to show up, and nobody shows up, but either way, we are going into a new vibration. It's time to let go, and it just takes time. It's just that's the problem with it. It's like many just when you feel like you're ready for it, ready for them to appear, but the rest of the world isn't. So that's very aggravating. So, but that doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean nothing's going to happen. There'll still be ships in the skies for sure. That will still occur. That will increase. But still the cover-up will increase too. So, but doesn't mean it'll all be shut out. It's just, they don't want to make too much activity in the sky too much because the human has to evolve out of this third dimension, basically. It's like, it's time to, realize there's other dimensions you can connect to. And it's time to, take your medicine, you can say. There's nothing to be afraid of. As you're, let's see. Alien beings around me, obviously they're challenging me right now, but basically the idea is to become more self-aware. Not to say you have to be perfect. If you have a bad day, have a bad day. But to become self-aware of who you are. That there are beings here, you can go multi-dimensional yourself. Not just channel them, but you yourself. Like what's in your vision, what are you seeing, what are you feeling? It's all strangeness, but it's all real. And become more active as you allow it to become more active. And get ready for, over time, this is going to become, I'm not sure when it's going to become more popular. I'm trying to make it more popular. It's not getting anywhere with it, so I kind of gave up on it. I kind of go with the flow of it. It's like I try to do things, like I put the last video of Capricorn, I just put there for attention. I can care less about Capricorn. It's like, I don't care about that crap. But if it's going to help people awake and get their attention, it's fine. But that's the only reason I put it for clickbait reasons, and it didn't work out as well. I think I felt like I should do it anyway. I do it by feeling too. So whatever I'm being told to try out. So I might go to astrology too in some ways. It does have a keyword that people feel safe with. Of course, when you connect to the other energies, when you feel like you're all aliens, or you're all galactic beings, you can say, or all multi-dimensional beings. Maybe that's a better word for it. And you're just connecting to your galactic family by being a multi-dimensional being. And that way you can open dimensions and open up, other realities. And it's like it's time for us to spiritually grow up and to not worry about the fear. The fear will heal itself. And also the negative beings that are causing difficulties is to heal them and to free them from this earth. Not to punish them. We've learned a lot from them. And it's time to let them go. And most of humanity is holding on to them. That's why they're here. Religion, yes. Religion is a breeding place for darkness. It's where darkness hides. It says it's false spirituality. Definitely. It goes for Scientology also. And even some cults also. Yeah, it's darkness hides there because they put all these rules. You can't do this, can't do that, can't eat meat on Friday, all this nonsense. It's all just it's a cover up for darkness to live. It's like people have this fear now. Oh, I can't do this on Friday, so they connect to you and hold on to you. So it makes it difficult for you to exit this world. So if you do die, you say, "Oh, I've been a terrible person. I'm probably going to go to hell," and then there you are. Welcome to hell. A worse place than this. I think this, not that many go there, but I think it does exist. Some just enjoy it too. Fuck, some just want more hell. I wouldn't put a worry out for that, but it is out there. It's for souls that hold on forever here. Most of them can leave, but choose not to because they're scared of where they're going to go. And they want to let go of their family too, but some need to. More souls will be dying earlier, depending, because their cycle is done here. Now I can leave instead of holding on for dear life, scared to die. So there's a lot of phobias here that have to be healed. And it's in baby steps with the ideas to speed things up. How to do that, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. I'm like, even the spiritual, at least those that are professional in the spiritual community that do this stuff for a living, put their backs to me and I don't care. it's childish. It's just disgusting, but because it's mostly ego there. It's like, hey, how's it going? And you see who they really are. It's like, jeez. So it's unfortunate. There's a lot of them like that, and a lot of them are trying to show their personable side. It's still fake. They still pull out that fakeness. Even when they're trying to be real, they're still fake. It's like, how much fakeness are you going to put out there? They're still putting it out there. So, try not to do that. Of course, you want to have a kindness out there. You want to be fully, like, rage against the machine on. But some of them really piss me off. There's some are doing this professionally. Our channelers are just absolutely grotesque. I think they're more problem. Well, I mean, they're there for a reason. They're popular for a reason. So, but it's absolutely disgusting what they're doing. I mean, there's positives to it, but there's a lot of darkness there. There's just a lot of just gross. But that's their deal. So, not to say anybody's perfect. I'm not perfect, far from it, but stuff I see there is just fucking, it's just not right. So my direction here is basically to assist where I can, as others are involved, to shift us into a more galactic awareness timeline. And if you're going to get mocked by the population, so be it. Population, it's a slave society, so who cares what they think? I'm part of it. But I don't want to be a part of it. So the idea is to become more galactically aware, and eventually, as we up our vibrations, you will see the ships a lot more clearly. Definitely. We're coming out of the abyss, basically, trying to. And yeah, you just see them in the sky. Some already see them already, but see them a lot more clearly. It's like, oh, here you are. Hey guys, how's it going? Some already see it, but I'm talking, I mean, not just lights, I mean actual ship. I mean, really ships. I mean, the big ones. And, the stuff, not like Hollywood, but, you can see the little ones around, which is good. I'm talking about the big ones, So you know that, and some Palladians and beings will appear, but the ships are needed for us and our involvement because we grew up with it, and the Zetas use them all the time. So it's like, it's fun. It's like, having portals and disappearing in places is great, but getting on a ship and going somewhere is so Star Trek. It's, that's fun too. So whatever works for you, but yeah, a lot of the Palladians go through dimensions, and other beings do, obviously, but there are quite a few that still use the ships. The felines use the ships, definitely. They're old-fashioned, basically. So we are more feline than you might realize. Of course, they're all different species, but it comes down to it, we are feline. And there are worlds. You want worlds that are worse than this one? Yeah, feline worlds, and there are worse than the reptilians, by far. So, by far, but they're worse than wolves, canines, worse than all of them. Oh yeah, they're tough. So, they bitch about reptilians all the time. But the felines really have, I think, the upper hand on all things. Creation and being a pain in the ass. Positive and, they have it all. They're the extreme, but also the most loving. They're everything. The reptilians are too, but I still think the felines are far more insane. So, and some of them can be very devious. There's one out there that's being channeled. I don't trust that one for anything. So, I don't trust that. I don't care how wonderful. I don't trust her for nothing. So, but yeah, because they can be very deceiving. They can be very loving and super deceiving. It's this and that and that. It's just. So we are going to a galactic awareness, and I believe more, different species will be known. It'll be interesting when people start to see more mantis being more insectoid beings in your mind's eye, but eventually we're going to break out of this third dimension, definitely. I don't know, but now would be good. Well, we're going to the rough spot. The Archon manipulations have not made it easy to awaken. So, I believe where we're going is this, Many of us are looking for a transition, a change somewhere, or I feel like the ball is starting to roll. Like, for example, like, I'm talking about an event, like with movies, just for example, as that becomes, aliens become more pop culture, more like Palladians, Zetas, stuff like that. That's I'm using that for example. Then you know we're going somewhere different. It's like, there you go. It's like, now, it's like, here it is, finally. So that's what, there's books out there too now, increase. So you say the comics and all the superheroes is just a glimpse of what's to come. So, yeah, it might get a little bit, it's cartoony, but it's there for a reason, but it's setting us up for what we're on. So I'm working on stuff behind the scenes, getting nowhere. Of course, I have the rabbit. I'd like to see that get more popular. That'd be fun. Piss people off and bring entertainment to others. So that's about it. That's all I got. Yeah, this is channeling. If you're wondering, and channeling. I will tomorrow or sometime, but basically from the Galactic Federations and everybody, just wake the fuck up, basically. It's time for us to shift out of third dimension, and repair third dimension. You can say, make it better. Not to say we're better than anybody, not at all. It's just because we're the ones getting the shit thrown at us and treated like shit, basically. Pretty much. Pretty much. What kind of love do you really get? Not much. Not much, other than Baker acting your ass. No, it's not fun, but we're in the early stages of shifting out of the third, the old human into more of the galactic, multi-dimensional human, basically. That's what this is all about. Is that we are going more multi-dimensional. Not just, channel them, which is good because it helps you awaken, but what matters most is you are connecting more to your alien self. Some of you might look at your hand and see 3 fingers instead of 5. You just might see visually. It's like I'm used to having 3 fingers. I don't need for these 5 fingers. So just people are going to most people aren't ready for this because this is like what we call Pimp Daddy. I don't know where that came to mind, but we're going into strange territory. Yeah. So I wouldn't call it CD. Some of it might be because some are going to connect to really screwed up ways of life, but the idea is to embrace the alien within, allow it to come out more. And if you have trouble with it, just give it time. At least you know about it. I can embrace the alien who I am, and it'll become more clear, and it'll get stronger and stronger over time. Not all of us meant to fully embrace. I'm not fully embracing it yet, but I have an idea of it. So, it's frustrating. It's never been intended to be easy, so just do the best we can. So, alright. Alright, much love everyone, and have a great night. Take care.